Hello, welcome to Naked Inside. It is March 28th and we are live at 1 p.m. A little later than usual because yesterday was a very long day for us. We were moving warehouses yesterday. It's been 1 year and we moved warehouses yesterday. It's all gone and now we are out of our old warehouse. That took us like 6 hours. No, more than 6 hours. We started at 3 p.m. I went home at midnight. Very long day of manual labor. I'll just show you some pictures. Let me see. But yeah, it was not an easy task. And let me show you. Yeah. So, look. Okay, so basically this is all our stuff. Look at all the stuff that we had. You can see we had some leftovers for our photo books that we couldn't sell. And we also had, these are all boxes. This is a dehumidifier, and they went on this truck. The truck driver was not happy. He kept telling us, "Oh, you have so much stuff. This is too much." And basically, he was telling me how that was. And this is the empty warehouse. We have completely emptied it. It felt kind of sad. It was like it's an end of an era for me. I felt very bittersweet. I worked a lot of hours. I mean, most of the packaging was done by our other employee, Jin, but I still I worked a lot of hours in this warehouse and I was the one who chose it. We painted it. So yeah, I felt a little bit sad to leave this place behind. Hello, CT Lim. Hello, everybody. Another update I have is I tried something very interesting over the weekend. So I went to Tonmu. Tonmu is like this big flea market in Seoul. It is actually one of the biggest flea markets in Seoul, and I just tried selling clothes there because me and my girlfriend we thought, hey, let's do something different. Let's not I don't really like, just simple going to cafes. I'm not into that kind of simple stuff. So I like doing different things, doing new things. And she suggested, hey, how about we just sell clothes at Dongmyo? And we didn't know anything. We just had this hanger, and I just brought a bunch of my old clothes and just took them to Dongmyo. Apparently, the other street vendors, they did not welcome us. They tried kicking us out so many times. Basically, they were following us around, preventing us to set up shop. So we had to move like 3-4 times. And like one of the grandmas was like screaming at us and stuff. But yeah, the cool thing was like despite all those obstacles, we managed to sell like 12 items in within like the span of 10 minutes. So I dumped a lot of my clothes through this. I was surprised because somebody bought this pink shirt, which I wore like once, and I also bought this for like 1,000 won. So I sold it at like 5,000. So I made a profit there. This tie dye I never wore, but someone bought it, and yeah, it was an interesting experience. It was an interesting experience to have, but definitely if you try to do this, you will get kicked out, because we definitely did, and they will not welcome you. But you gotta have a little bit of hustle to make money. So I was there for more of the experience, but yeah, they knew you were serious competition, didn't want you around. Yeah, I mean, like, we were the only young people here, and most of these vendors are quite old. So I think we stood out first of all, and all these people started like flocking around us as soon as they saw us. Maybe because we're the only young vendors there, and all these customers, like, they just came and just started like picking out clothes. And even while we were packing up, people were like looking through our bags and like saying, "Oh, I want this." So even when we were trying to go home, because they kept kicking us out, they saw, like, they wanted to see what we had. I think it was because we were young and we stood out. But the cool thing was that one of the other street vendors protected us. There was an ajashi that protected us and said, "Hey, you gotta just stay. Don't go out. Like, don't get pushed around by these guys." And he was helping us out sell stuff. So that was really cool. But overall, very fun experience. But I totally understand why, like, these vendors are trying to kick us out. Like, they have their own rules of the street, and you know, for us, it's just like, you know, a fun thing to do on a weekend. But for them, it's their livelihood, and they feel threatened. But still, I mean, if I really cared about it, I would probably stay longer. But like, I was like, okay, I just got the experience. I know what it's like now. But I'm thinking of like maybe doing this like officially, just to, because it was a fun experience, just seeing people buy stuff that I would have thrown away. It's good for me. It's good for the environment. So yeah, I think I will do this officially, like, by registering in like a flea market. I think that would be a cool thing to do. So yeah. Any other areas to try? Yeah, so like there's official flea markets in Hongdae, in Hwanghakdong, I think, and there's flea markets here and there. But the thing is, like, with these kind of flea markets, they're so heavily policed by their local vendors, that it's impossible for a new guy like me to just show up and start selling shit. So they don't want new faces. They don't want new competition in there. So they're not gonna let you in, which is why we had to move places so many times. And I was very touched, and I was very proud because my girlfriend stuck through it. She had some hustle, so she was with me, and we had the idea. Okay, we're only going to use the money we make on this for today's date. And she stuck with me, and she was really good at selling shit. I think, like, she was really good at selling shit. So she sold a lot, and if I had been by myself, I probably wouldn't have sold as much. So I'm very thankful and also very proud that she helped me that way. And it was her idea. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have thought of selling shit on the street. To be honest. But yeah. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. Let's go on over to the news. All news articles can be found on our website, nakedsoul.kr. These news articles have been driving in a lot of traffic for us, so it's great if you guys can support us by just checking in once in a while. It's helpful for you guys. So go on over to nakedsoul.kr, the link I've just posted. Okay, so last question. Love Bug says, do you pay a market fee to put a stall up? So usually no. For these, even the ones that we went to, they just said we don't accept new people. Like there has to be an open spot. I don't even know what that means. To be honest, like if I was serious about it, I would have just stood my ground and just keep on selling. But I wasn't really that into. I wasn't this is not my livelihood, so like I'm like okay, I'll just leave for you guys. I've sold enough. But I'm sure if you just keep going there and just start claiming your spot, you could somehow budge your way in. I'm guessing that's how the system works, though I have no idea. I'm not like a street smart guy. Anyway, first news item. Korea University implements new policy to exclude students with school violence history. Korea University is a very prestigious university. It is one of the top 3 universities in Korea. You guys know Sky Castle. Well, the Sky SKY are the initials of the top 3 schools in Korea. Seoul National University, and then we have K, Korea University, and then Y is for Yonsei University. So it's a top 3 school in Korea. And now, because so many people are, concerned, there's a lot of controversy over school violence and stuff like that. They are implementing a new policy to basically exclude students with any school violence history, even if they pass the test. So yeah, basically they want stricter actions against school violence, and people who have a school violence history will be disqualified. And okay, there is no specifics about it. Okay. Yeah. But like the recent verge of these school violence allegations has kind of spurred up. I mean, like it's been a thing for the past few years. We had like a bully version of a Me Too movement, but I think this recent trend has really been amplified by the release of The Glory, the K-drama, whose producer, the guy that made The Glory, a K-drama about getting revenge on school bullies, was a perpetrator of school violence himself. So it was kind of ironic. Although I don't think he was a bully necessarily. It's just different. Like fighting and bullying is a little bit different, but still, he admitted and he apologized. And then you had some survival entertainment show, Peak Time. One of the guys apparently had some allegations. This girl from Physical 100 had allegations, and she actually admitted to some of the allegations. So really, if you go on any show right now, you're getting outed for being a school bully, which is why I don't go on TV shows. I'm just kidding. But yes, is this the right way though? Do you guys agree? Do you think school bullies should be punished by banning them from going to good schools? airy as he beat up younger kids though, right? The director. Yeah, so he basically what he claims was the younger kids made fun of his girlfriend when he was dating like a middle school girl when he was in high school. So his girlfriend was younger, and the classmates of his girlfriend made fun of the girlfriend, and basically he ganged up some high school students. He ganged up and beat the crap out of the middle school students. Amanda says, I wonder if bullying is more severe in Korea or if the US just doesn't care about it at this point in time. We haven't really had a movement against bullying here. I wonder that too, but I feel like one of the reasons why Korea has more severe bullying is because it doesn't have guns. I'm not saying that we should have guns. I'm just saying, like, if I was a bully in America, now I haven't been to school in America. I lived in Canada. But if I was a bully in America, there would always be in the back of my head the thought that this kid might shoot me. You know, if he ever decides to shoot up the school, which unfortunately happens so often in America, then like I'm gonna be a prime target for this guy. So like I think it kind of deters them from being as cruel, right? But in Korea there's no real like there's no such thing as gun violence in Korea, and these victims are not gonna shoot up the school. So like there's less deterrent, I feel, in terms of like consequences. The bully doesn't really feel that he'll face any severe consequences, and I think it's worsened by the fact that minors, they don't get punished under the criminal system. They have the juvenile system, so when they're juveniles, their records basically get cleared once they become an adult, and they can get away with a lot of stuff without facing any severe consequences. You guys had another shooting in Nashville. That's sad. So many shootings in America, seriously. Amanda says, they should be held accountable, but not sure if banning them from things would help the underlying issues that lead to bullying. That's true. I've had, yeah, I think it's, but I think it is helpful. I think it is helpful that like schools, universities take action, because ultimately, like, Korean school students, they want to go to nice universities. That's their ultimate goal, and to take away something from them that they really want is, I think, a good deterrent. My only fear is that teachers will have an extremely difficult time punishing school violence now, because if you think about it, okay, my mom's a teacher, so like I've been like seeing this secondhand through her for the past decades. She's been a school teacher for like 30 years, right? And it's unfortunately it's very difficult for school teachers to be protected from parents. Parents have a lot of power in schools, and also school teachers, you know, if they punished a certain student who was actually doing well in academics as a bully, then you're blocking their potential chances of going to good universities. And I can see potentially this becoming like a lawsuit, and the teachers will have to face that probably. It'll be very difficult for the teachers to make that decision, and teachers don't want to make a decision where they are ultimately like affecting this kid's life in such a great way. That's really difficult, right? I mean, maybe that is part of the teacher's job, but to punish somebody that would affect that person's life in such a big way, it's a big burden for teachers to have. And obviously these the way that school violence is defined or judged is it's not just the simple role of the teachers. They have a whole ass committee, and they open like hearings. There's police officers that take part in the hearings, but ultimately it's the teacher who has to be the first responder, and it's the teacher's burden to write that down on that record. And I know it's his or her job, but at the same time, like, to think of how the parents will react. They will come like, Korean parents are crazy. They will come to the school and like sue everybody. They will freaking, I don't know what they would do, but like it's gonna be pretty stressful situation for the teachers, and they don't even earn that much. So if a child is a grade school bully, they have no hope for college. Is some of this learned behavior from parents? Not saying they should go unpunished. So it's not, no, they have opportunities to go college, but it's just that like this prestigious college, Korea University, is banning. So you can't go to this particular college, but you can go to other colleges. But this is like a very good school that all students in Korea want to go to. Yeah. Put them all in one school so they can bully each other. Yeah, kind of like a Lord of the Flies situation, you know? After or you know that show Scared Straight? I wish they had the Korean version of that. I wish they had a Korean version of Scared Straight. Just take these kids to jail and see like what their future is if they continue this behavior. I think that show, like, I know it's kind of like trashy TV, but actually it was helpful, I feel. Tiffany says, lots of lawsuits in US as well. My mom worked in schools for years and the parents were always suing over something or another. Yeah. I don't think my mom has been sued yet, but I hope she never does. I hope we never have to go through that, but must be a very stressful situation for these teachers. I watched that show for those prisoners are hypocrites. What do you mean? They're just acting, right? Anyway, so do you think this is a good policy? Do you think this is a good policy? Personally, I feel like while school bullying is bad and obviously it should be punished, I think we're at too much of a witch hunt mentality in Korea. Like, of course, school bullying is bad, no doubt about it, but like things like this, you know, like, okay, he beat up some middle school students like 20-30 years ago. That's a long time ago, and to judge a man's character from what he or she did 20-30 years ago, that's, I don't know if we should be judging this person's character based on what he or she did that long time ago. I'm a completely different person from what I was 10 years ago. So, let alone high school. So, how are we going to say that this person has not grown or changed their ways or has regretted what they've done? Right? And obviously for victims, maybe that brings peace to their mind. I've never been a victim of school bullying, so I don't know if I have any right to say what they should do. But personally, like if I got like beaten up by a high school student 20, 30 years ago, I wouldn't really care at this point in my life, you know? That's just me. Like I've had teachers beat the crap out of me in unfair ways, and I'm not saying to just suck it up, but like it's like it doesn't really affect me this day. And if that person was like suddenly out became a public star or something like that, I'll be like, okay, whatever, I don't really care. But that's just me. I would just go live my own life. To be honest, I don't even remember half that shit. So if there was only a digital detector for false rumors of bullying done to some idols, it's easier for some people to move on than others. I agree. It is easier to move on for some people than others. I must be one of them. I think I went through enough bullshit and just unfairness in my life that I kind of grew numb to it. I kind of grew numb to I grew kind of just to accept like there will always be shitty people and I don't really care as long as I'm not involved in them. Like if they succeed, obviously I don't want them to succeed. Well, I don't even think that way. But there are certain people that I really despise that I don't want them to have any success. But I don't know if I would like necessarily try to expose them after so many years. Actually, you know what? There are certain people that I want to expose. But I don't know if I would actually do that. Yeah. I don't know if I would actually do that. There are certain successful people that I want to expose, but I don't know if I would actually do that. Yeah. I'm not like... I don't know if I want to handle that much trauma in my life. Yeah. Your military experience with bullying made you strong. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, I got bullied in the military, and honestly, like, I hate all those guys. I don't wish anything good for them, but if they were successful, I'd be like, okay, whatever. I could give two shits less. Yeah. So that's just me. And the thing is, like, okay, it's one thing to make a K-drama about getting revenge on bullying and then you're a bully yourself. Okay, that's one thing. But like if you're on some like random like TV show about being strong, does being a bully like I mean, okay, I get that like you're now a public figure, but like these bullying allegations to people that like no one knows about, they're just a contestant on some random show, and they get a whole ass witch hunt. I don't know. I think that's a little bit too extreme. That's just my personal thoughts. I don't know. Actions speak louder than words. They have changed. I can forget, but if not, expose and confront them. I see. HYBE sells stakes in rival SM Entertainment to Kakao after takeover battle. HYBE lost? Did HYBE lose the fight for SM? HYBE admits defeat in its bid to acquire SM Entertainment after Korean tech giant Kakao makes a richer offer. So as you guys know, HYBE owned about 15%, and then SM one up them, and HYBE has basically kind of given up the race. Not kind of, they have given up the race to purchase SM Entertainment because Kakao is just a much bigger company with much more cash. They're backed by Saudi money, oil money. They got that sweet oil money, so they can't compete. Now, HYBE initially was planning to take over SM, but now they have done a complete switcheroo, 180, and basically have decided to sell everything. The problem is, okay, HYBE has been HYBE's enterprise was about like 120,000 Korean won, and which is about $100. And I think they sold it at a profit. They sold it at a profit of about $40 million dollars, but they only sold half of what they had. They only sold half of what they had. So while right now they are making a profit, they have made a $40 million profit, which is a very big profit. That's really good. But the problem is the rest of the half they still own, they couldn't get rid of. And this could cost them a lot of money. So basically, people are expecting HYBE to be able to sell about 44% to SM Entertainment. SM Entertainment. 44%. No. People are expecting HYBE to be able to sell about 44% of their shares of SM Entertainment to Kakao at 150,000 Korean won, which is a big profit margin. That's about $400 million profit, $40 million profit. But the rest that they can't sell, the 56%, will still belong to HYBE. And currently, SM stock prices are at about 90,000 won. The market price is about at 90,000 won, so about $80. So HYBE has bought the stocks at $100, and they will lose 20% of their they will lose if they sell it right now, they will lose 20%. So they have this 56% left of what they initially bought, and the market price keeps going down. And that's the biggest issue because SM Entertainment, their stocks were being traded at about 70,000 Korean won initially, before this entire takeover saga and drama happened. The only reason why SM Entertainment stock prices skyrocketed to near double its original price was because of SM Entertainment and HYBE having a arms race to put that flag on top of SM. But now that that war is over, it's inevitable that the stock prices will drop. Market price is already at 90,000 won, and HYBE has to sell the rest. HYBE has half of their stuff still in SM, so HYBE has to sell that, but market price keeps going down. So essentially, they're gonna probably lose money on this. It seems like people are expecting them to probably lose money on this. And even if they don't lose money, they have a lot of money just stuck in this particular company that they're they don't even want to be a part of anymore. So to have that much cash just stuck, parked in this one company that they don't really care about anymore is a very big cost for HYBE. Why did they acquire that American hip-hop label from Atlanta, I think? Oh, HYBE has been acquiring everything. So that's part of their growth strategy. They want to be less reliant on BTS. It's the Migos label. Yeah, exactly. Chairman Bang is thinking global based in US. Why waste time on just Korea? Yeah, we could say that, but I ultimately think like HYBE kind of took an L here. I think this was an L for HYBE, because it's ultimately they're not in control of the company, and they want out, but they can't get out right now, and they will get out at a loss. So I think I don't know if this is a win for Kakao necessarily. They did get what they want, but they're spending so much money on this. Is this worth it? Was this worth that much money? I do not know, but ultimately HYBE gained very little, and I think they're gonna lose money on this. So this is, so far they've not lost money. Technically they have not lost money. Technically they have made money. They have made $40 million. So everybody thought it was a good deal, but people are realizing, oh, well, the market price is gonna keep going down probably, and that means HYBE will have to get out of SM at lower price than they have bought SM for. So that's the unfortunate situation right now. We'll see if this was a good decision or not for HYBE in the months to follow. Now, do you want to meet David? Do you want to meet David? Okay, here's a quick plug for all you people out there. RNC Social Club featuring David Kim of DKDK TV is happening this weekend. April 1st. This is not a joke. This is not an April Fool's joke. It's actually happening 2 p.m., 4 p.m. And they're meeting up and they're having coffee. They're having drinks and food. And you're going to chill. Okay, in this tiny room. Well, maybe David will cook for you. Maybe David will cook for you. This is an actual kitchen. This is a working kitchen. So if you want to make something, bring some food. And yeah, the link in the pinned comment above is your sign up link. The admission is $16. So just for an afternoon, not bad. Is this an event with the $16 cover charge? Yes, it is. It is, RJ. So David will be there. I won't be there, but David will be there. So go on over to Naked Soul, the pinned comment above, and you will find the link. Blackpink. Wait, what? Blackpink will perform at the White House? What? No. No way. Really? Why? Why? Is Joe Biden going insane? I mean, that's so random. Oh, the Blue House. Why? Really? Why? Let me Google this. Where did you get this news? There's no news in Korea. There's zero news in Korea about this. I don't know where you got this news. No, no, no way. What? What? Oh, okay. They're going. Lady Gaga and Blackpink are okay. They are trying to get Lady Gaga and Blackpink to perform together at this dinner with Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and some American VIPs, American governmental VIPs. Lady Gaga and Blackpink. Oh, and Biden will be there too. Interesting. Why? That's so random though. Lady Gaga and Blackpink? Will this be like televised? I doubt Lady Gaga would do it if she was aware of Yoon's politics. Huh. Lady Gaga is very American though. It's for the White House state dinner. I want to see Joe Biden's reaction to Blackpink. How you like that? We need a Joe Biden reacts. Lady Gaga has a song with Blackpink. Really? Really? Blackpink. Oh, right. Sour Candy. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I totally forgot about this song. Okay, Sour Candy. Oh, I even reviewed it, right? Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Okay. He would enjoy, but he probably it will be past his bedtime. Yeah, Joe Biden is... I mean, I don't really know too much about American politics, but my guy is so old. I think Blackpink would be a little bit too crazy for him. Their music, it's so fast paced, and Lady Gaga too. Blackpink has a concert in Mexico that day. Well, they can do two schedules. I don't think that's completely out of the question. Blackpink has 12 songs and people still forget some. Yeah. It was requested by Jill Biden. Really? Jill Biden likes K-pop? Well, Joe Biden loves that sour candy. Well, if in America Blackpink is very famous, okay. Yeah, I know they're famous. It's just very random. I'm not saying they're not famous, but it's just seems very random. They invited BTS. Yeah, I mean that seemed random too. They just took BTS, invited them. That seemed very random too. I know it was for like some anti-Asian hate stuff. But I felt like, okay, no offense, but when they invited BTS for that anti-Asian hate thing, I felt like it would have been better if if an Asian American uh would was invited and spoke. I mean, I guess like if they invite BTS, then the message goes out because everybody's listening to what they say. But I feel like they haven't experienced what everyday Asian American people go through probably. So, you know, it's kind of like, say we had, say in Korea we have an issue of say in Korea we have an issue of there's an actual issue of like, workers, laborers from Southeast Asia being mistreated, and there's some racism towards them as well, and we have like a whole anti racism campaign against Southeast Asian people, and then we invite Manny Pacquiao. It's kind of like that, like like yeah, I mean, like people will pay attention, but like, is he the right person to talk about this? Yeah. They had a series of events at that week at the White House and did invite tons of Asian American leaders to speak. I see. So BTS was the anomaly, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao is cool. I'm just saying he's not the right type of person to be speaking on anti-Filipino hate happening in Korea. Uh, Jisoo album's coming out this Friday. Are you going to react? Yes, I will. I will listen to it. I will listen to it. Anyway, yeah. Very interesting news. There's anti-Filipino hate. I wouldn't say there's anti-Filipino hate, but there's some people are kind of racist towards Southeast Asian people in Korea. That's sadly a fact. I think. Yeah. So sad about all this hate, period. Yes. There were multiple Asian Americans that went to the White House that month, made no noise. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, no one's gonna care unless BTS comes. So they brought BTS, although it's kind of like unfitting for the message. It got the job done, so I can agree with that. When will the second music video you directed be released? I'm hoping I finish editing it today. I mean this week, and then we'll see. But do they really care? That's the thing. Do people really care about? That's the sad thing though. Like, do people really care? That's kind of the thing that well, it's very long and complicated topic, so I don't know if I can talk about it here, but within the next 10 minutes I have. But I think liking K-pop and K-pop being popular and people gaining an awareness of like Asian people is kind of different things. Those are two different things, I believe. And especially since K-pop rarely talks about anything that social. There's very little social commentary in K-pop. It's mostly just pop. It is pop music, you know, and like, does K-pop having a bigger presence in mainstream America help people be more accepting towards Asian Americans? I don't know if that's necessarily true. Maybe they will be a little bit more open, but I don't think it's moving the needle that much personally. Because like, if you think about it, hip hop music in Korea, there's hip hop clubs in Korea that if you look at like YouTube videos, there's like clips of black people being banned from going into hip hop clubs in Korea. That's that. So like liking a certain type of music and being open toward a certain ethnicity, I think are two very different things. And while you can be more familiar with a certain type of culture, that doesn't necessarily mean you will be more accepting of that culture. I think representation is overrated. Exactly. And I think if like, you know, if K-pop was here's the thing, like hip hop, a lot of hip hop is about like black people's struggles. So like lyrically speaking, they're about their struggles, yet they still face this issue where people, you know, like hip hop but they're racist towards black people. And then like if you think about it, like K-pop, we don't even talk about the struggle. It's mostly happy pop music. So then like at that point, does the representation actually, you know, move the needle that much for regular acceptance of Asian American people? Is BTS's Pepsi considered political? I think it is. I wouldn't say it's super political. It's not political. It's socially conscious. I would say it would be the correct word. Political, I think, would, if we're talking about politics, I feel like political would mean that they are throwing, you know, an actual political, they're changing, like trying to change a political landscape or making commentary about the political landscape. But it's mostly I would say social commentary, and those are, I think, two different things. Yeah. I think they represent the zeitgeist of that particular generation, the millennials and Gen Z, and how they feel. But that isn't necessarily political. I would say if we're talking about political, I would say like, you know, music about how like Rage Against the Machine, they're political. That's political music. Or like some of like John Lennon shit. But social commentary, I think, is a little bit different. But anyway, yeah, like, my that's not the point of what I'm talking about. It's just, yeah, that's my question. Like, how much does representation actually affect the lives of everyday people? Representation is a beautiful thing to see. I agree. I think that's great. But it just, why are we even talking about this? I don't know, but why are we talking about this? I don't know. Yeah. I'm having my Joe Biden moment. I'm Joe Biden. Yeah. This is a fun topic. Exactly. I don't know where I am at. But random thought, but I want Blackpink to have surprise guests for Coachella and let XG perform Left Right, then New Jeans perform Attention and Rose randomly do a duet with RM. That would never happen. Okay. That will never happen. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for today's episode of Naked Inside. You can go check out all these news items that I have discussed on Naked Soul. This is our website that we have made. We now post lots of news items, and then there's also RNC Social Club featuring David Kim of DKDK TV. You can get that now for $16. It's happening on April 1st, so you better do it now. And also these new collab t-shirts and pants. They're a nice set for the summer. These are very cool. And they are at a discounted price right now, so you can go get them right now. And I shall see you guys next time. Bye bye.